Oh.
Yeah, Lisa. Are you on your way here? Hello, hi, Tiffany. Hi. Okay, just trying to set up the workplace. So just today you are what are you doing? Time off.
We all use the light or we use the card now?
Use the light. The light's working.
And then the online people, they can see my light.
Good question. I don't know who is online.
Okay, then I play by ear.
Yeah.
I think the speakers are all here.
Yeah. Hey, hi, Karthik. Speakers. I need someone online to tell me how.
I use both eyes. Use that one.
30 seconds. Time's up. No. Hi, Karthik. Can you hear me, Karthik? Oh, you're muted. You're muted, Karthik.
I'm able to hear you, Anand, but little feeble, the voices.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is fine. I mean, this is okay. I'm
fine,
able
huh?
to hear you. That's fine, yeah.
Okay. So I just want to make sure I got my speakers and all the audio set up. It's saying in speakers. Okay, can you say something? Can you say something?
Hello, am I audible?
Can't hear you. Hold on. Just give me a second. Just same. Okay. Just, can you say something? Yes. Okay. I'm just trying to set up the speakers. I'm not sure whether this is working. Oops. Okay, something went wrong. Oh. Can you say something? Karthik? Let me see whether the speaker.
Yeah, I'm audible. Am I audible?
No, I can't hear you. Hold on.
Okay.
Can't hear you. No, there's nothing. I think I should be good. I'm not sure whether to set up a second one to see the audio. Yeah. Perfect. Was the banner standing up or falling down?
No, so I turned the other way because it caught me.
Okay. Can. Always having problems with that. Hello, hi, Nicola. Hello. Yeah, I think it's on. Can you see whether I can project something out? So it's time I used to have some Kebun bubble slides. It's a green light. Hello, Lisa. I'll be stuck in the traffic. So all the stuff we are getting in on the. Oh, now it's turning up. Okay. Traffic is online. No, you don't. I think yeah, maybe this row. Yeah. All right. Let's share the screen. That's a good.
They all look like we're going to attend a wedding.
Duplicate.
I'm more wedding.
More wedding.
Funeral, I thought. Hey, sorry.
No, Yes.
Yes, they can hear us.
Okay. Yeah.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, I can. We can hear you.
Great.
can hear you.
Good. Sorry, I was not able to make it there physically. Sorry about that.
No problem. Yeah.
Yeah, the sound is good.
Yeah,
Finally, we resolved it.
Different for some both picture.
Wow.
Okay, y'all can see my the Kebun
Yeah.
Baru, the program sheet, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me share screen now. Okay, so now how do I share it?
Yeah, sorry, ladies and
The time. Please turn on the light.
gentlemen.
Yeah, I can see. All right. Yeah, I can see.
I got something. which is better. Look at this. Oh, you have it also.
Yeah,
Yeah, just use
there's a
this
green.
one.
There's a green card.
Yeah,
The timing
no,
card is
no,
not that.
I
Okay.
missed one.
Yeah, I can see. Can see. Both can see. Okay. Yeah.
Which is good. It's not bad.
Yeah, very good. Quite right. But it seems to be capturing the other half of the room and no one's around.
It means the seats are open, but no one is coming. Never mind, we still have hybrid. Shall we do our icebreaker?
Yes,
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we shall begin with the icebreaker. Welcome to today's meeting. We are having our Exco installation meeting. This is the first meeting for the term 2022-2023. I'm Lisa Wong, your SPE of the night. Maybe I will have to pin my. Yeah. Can everybody see me?
Yes.
That's your SPE for the night. We shall now begin with
Okay, can you hear Lisa?
icebreaker.
Can you all hear Lisa?
we are able to hear her, but I think she's not able to hear us.
Oh, we can hear you. Loud and
Okay,
clear.
fine
All
then.
right, Exhibition Director, the guest of honor for tonight, Mr. Karthik, to do a self-introduction.
Okay. I'm Karthik. I'm with Toastmasters for last 5 years, close to 5 years. Part of TLC's Toastmasters Club. I was a VP president and then an AD for the area T2. Now in Division B. So waiting to work with all of you. Yeah. Already started working with all of you. Thanks for the invite, Lisa.
Thank you so much. The next phase is going to be spotlight. Tell us more about yourself. Let me see. Hi, Basanti, are you there? Hi, Basanti, welcome. Now we're having an icebreaker. Introduce yourself to the audience.
You're
Cannot hear
muted.
you, you're muted.
You're muted. or something? No, you're muted.
Hey,
You have to open
Okay.
your mic. We
Now
cannot
it's
hear
good.
you.
Can you say something?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Vasanti for the current term at Kebun Baru as the VPM. Thank you, Lisa. Back to you.
That's short and sharp.
Yeah, it's nice. Thank you, Basanti, for your quick introduction. Let me add Thomas. Hi, Thomas, welcome to Kebun Baru hybrid meeting.
Hi everyone, my name is Thomas from the Pasir Ris Toastmasters Club. I just realized my club mentor is here. Hope he won't comment on my dress code. So much.
Is it Brahma Kumar?
Thanks everyone.
Thank you, Thomas, for sharing. Let me see. Can I have a ladies? Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa.
Hello.
Welcome to Kebun Baru hybrid meeting. This is your first time hybrid.
Yes, it's my first time.
Oh,
You hear me, right?
yes.
Yes, we can hear you. Tell us about yourself.
Hi everyone. I'm
John.
Vanessa. I'm from Clementi CC Toastmasters Club, and it's my first time attending Kebun Baru.
You've been traveling and I've been traveling.
We have a guest in the house, so that's why. Thank you, Vanessa, for sharing. We will hear your speech later. Let me remove the spotlight. May I have the guest to share?
This is hybrid. Yeah.
Brahma Kumar, you're ready. Spotlight. Hi, Brahma.
Hello, can you hear me?
How come
Yes,
you're
loud and clear.
virtual?
There's gone to Marina Bay Sands inside Kebun Baru. There's still a garden.
You went to Gardens by the Bay instead of Kebun Baru.
I'm here in Kebun
Ah.
Baru.
I was distracted by some beautiful flowers.
Wow, I thought the flowers are all here in Kebun Baru.
Yeah, but some rare ones are found in the gardens by the bay. And also because I'm working in the tourism board, right, I need to promote the attraction, ask more people to visit now that the borders are open. Thomas, stop going to all the clubs and visit the gardens by the bay, okay?
Open a Toastmasters club there.
Yeah, can be done. Especially with our new division
If you
director.
say so, I will rope you in for future projects. Can I have Annie? Annie, are you there? Okay, maybe we'll go to the lives. Audience, your turn to do your icebreaker. May I start with answer on my left? Go one round. We will do a round of introduction. Answer, please introduce yourself.
Yeah. Just look here.
You can come over to the front with your mask. Or never shake.
Hi everyone. I'm Ansel. Welcome to Toastmasters. Oh, see the S.
How about the 3D one?
What?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ansel, Kebun Baru Toastmasters Club member. Can I say I'm still the youngest?
What member? You're the president now, lah. Don't bluff me.
In 5 minutes.
Fine you for not telling the truth.
May I invite the next lady?
Hello everybody. I'm Tiffany. I'm a member of the Kebun Baru Toastmasters Club, and I'm the new treasurer for this team.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Anand, and I'm the VPM of the club district. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Good evening. My name is John Tan, and I'm your guest this evening. And I've been given this role of being the language evaluator. And I'm very happy to be here. This is my first time at Mayflower Speech.
Good to see you here, John.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's shall begin. Tonight with us, we have DPM Cursor as our host and MC for the evening. Now I shall pass over the control over to Cursor.
Good evening, Club President, past and present district officers, fellow Toastmasters, and members of Kebun Baru Toastmasters Club. Welcome to our July chapter meeting. Thank you, Lisa, for the ice-breaking session. I'm Cursor, your Toastmaster of the day. Since we do not have any. Okay, we do have, yes. Allow me to go through the program for today quickly. After this program introduction, our language evaluator, advanced communicator Silver, computer leader John Tan shall introduce us to the word of the day. Followed by the installation of the new club officers. And the club officer installation shall be done by our Division B Director, Dynamic Leadership 5, Kartik Chidambara. Thereafter, the newly installed club president, Presentation Mastery 2, and Sir Ng shall deliver his acceptance speech before we have the prepared speech segment. At the end, today we only have 2 speeches. So after the 2 speeches, our timer for today, present Motivational Strategy 1, Tiffany Day shall provide the timer's report. The timer's role is important so that we will end the meeting on time. Following that, we shall have the table topic session, or what we call impromptu speaking. And today's table topic master is competent communicator, competent leader, Thomas Chen. Thereafter, we have a short break. After this break, we shall have the speech evaluation segment. After 3 speech evaluations, our timer will again deliver the timer's report, and we shall ask our language evaluator, Advanced Communicator Silver Competent Leader John Tan, to provide us with the language evaluation. And penultimate item on the agenda is our counter's report, and the purpose is to point out any course fillers that was used in today's meeting. For today, our R counter is that Distinguished Toastmaster Anand Aryatinam. Let us welcome our language evaluator. He is a Toastmaster since 1994 and has taken many roles at clubs, visited over 40 clubs per year prior to COVID. He is the immediate past president of Penang Serai Toastmasters Club and enjoys learning, speaking, writing, and singing. Ladies and gentlemen, to introduce us to the word of the day, let's welcome Advanced Communicator Silver Competent Leader John Tan.
Good evening. My word for the day is a very important word. The word is called tenacious. Tenacious. Can I spell it for you? T-E-N-A-C-I-O-U-S. Is to be used as an active verb. Let me give you an example. He is very tenacious when it comes to speaking at Toastmasters Club. He is very tenacious. It means do not give up easily, very determined, very stubborn. You can also use the word tenacity, which is a noun. Do we have the tenacity to be there all the time at the club, rain or shine? Tenacity, T-E-N-A-C-I-T-Y. And of course, the third way to use the word is tenaciously. Tenaciously. That's an adverb. She has tenaciously, without help from family and friends, overcome her speaking disability. She has tenaciously, without help from family and friends, overcome her disability. So I look forward to all of you using these 3 words in any way you can. I'll be counting, and at the end, I shall be giving you a report of how our word of the day has been used at this meeting. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
I would like to acknowledge the presence of our Program Quality Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Joanna, with us online.
Yeah. Hi. Thanks for inviting. Thanks.
The Toastmasters term starts from the 1st July and ends on the 30th June the following year. Today, a new team shall be installed to run Kebun Toastmasters Club. To conduct the club official installation, let's welcome our Division B Director, Director, Dynamic Leadership 5, Taufik Chidambara.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, President of the club, PQD, and division immediate past division director and division advisors, division area director, and everyone, fellow Toastmasters and guests. We would begin the discharge and installation ceremony of the Executive Committee of Kebun Borough Club. I apologize for being here online. I tried my level best to come there, but due to my official work, I have to be here. Let's start the discharge ceremony. President Lisa Wong, Toastmaster Lisa Wong, on behalf of District 80, the Toastmasters community, and all members of Kebun Borough Toastmasters Club, I thank you and your officers for having discharged your duties as club officers of the term 2021-22 to the best of your collective abilities. I request everyone in the room to stand, and let's give them all a standing ovation for a job well done. The only thing left for me to say to all you fine people is that you are hereby discharged. You may take your seats now. Let's get into the installation ceremony. I'm here this evening to install the Executive Committee of Kebun Borough Toastmasters Club for the term 2022-23. I now invite the following Toastmasters to please come forward. Sergeant at Arms, Anand Ariratnam, Distinguished Toastmaster. Thank you. Treasurer Tiffany Day. Thank you. Secretary Ankar Sir, DTM. Thank you. Vice President of Public Relations, Brahmakumar Balakrishnan, DTM. President of Membership, Vasanthi Ravi, DTM. Vice President of Education, Toastmaster Lisa Wong. Immediate past President, Toastmaster Lisa Wong. President Anselm, I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Installation officers, your collective challenge is to make the club even stronger by providing a mutually supportive and positive learning environment. To provide every member the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills through the Toastmasters program. To instill in its members self-confidence and a desire for personal growth through the Toastmasters program. To enable them to speak in an effective manner, to listen with sensitivity and think creatively. I will ask each individual officer to step forward and hold this gavel as a symbol of leadership as I briefly describe the challenges he or she must meet and the responsibilities he or she must discharge. Let's first go to Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Anand Ariratnam, DTM. Anand Ariratnam, DTM, having been elected as a Sergeant at Arms of Kebun Borough Toastmasters Club, your goals and responsibilities are to serve as master host and make the necessary logistical arrangements for all club meetings, work closely with your vice presidents of public relationship and membership to ensure the members and guests are comfortable and made to feel welcome during the club meetings. To see to the proper and orderly conduct of the meeting by seeing to the meeting room layout, provision of materials and equipment, such as ballot slips, tallying votes, and maintaining club property between the meetings. Sergeant at Arms, DTM Anand Ariyaratnam, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Let's all give a round of applause to him. Let me invite next the Treasurer, Toastmaster Tiffany Tay. Sergeant at Arms can hand over the gavel to the Treasurer. Toastmaster Tiffany Tay, having been elected as the Treasurer of Kebun Toastmasters Club, your goals and responsibilities are as follows: to see the development and execution of financial controls, procedures, and audits, receive and disperse of funds in payment of all obligations, develop and recommend a budget to the Executive Committee, notify members of dues payable and see to the collection of dues, work closely with your Vice President of Membership and Secretary to ensure membership reports and dues and submit in timely fashion to the World Headquarters. Treasurer Toastmaster Tiffany Tay, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Let's give a round of applause. Now the Treasurer can pass the gavel to the Secretary. Secretary to Distinguished Toastmaster Ankar Sir, having been elected as a Secretary of Kebun Toastmasters Club, your goals and responsibilities are as follows: to keep and update all club reports and correspondence, to be an effective custodian of the club constitution, bylaws, and all other official club documents. Submit orders for Toastmasters supplies, record and read minutes of club and executive committee meetings. Work closely with the Vice President of Membership to submit the names and dues of all new, transferred, and reinstated memberships to World Headquarters. Submit names of newly elected club officers to World Headquarters within 7 days following elections. Secretary Toastmaster Ankar Sir DTM, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Let's give a round of applause. The Secretary can pass the gavel to the VPPR. I understand he is online. So I request he has a gavel. Thank you. Toastmaster Brahmakumar Balakrishnan DTM, having been elected as a Vice President of Public Relations of Kebun Toastmasters Club, your goals and responsibilities are as follows: develop, implement, and administer a program that upholds a positive image of Toastmasters for all members, guests, and the general public. You're in charge of internal and external public relations for the club, including but not limited to preparing and distributing news releases regarding club activities. Publicize club events, work with your club officers to develop literature about the club and maintaining the club web page, if any. To work with Sergeant at Arms and Secretary to maintain an effective program of internal club communications. Vice President of Public Relations, Toastmaster Brahmakumar Balakrishnan DTM, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? What?
I will do it to the best of my ability.
Thank you. Let's give a round of applause. The Vice President, the VPPR can pass a gavel to the VPM. I know, virtually you can pass. Thank you. The VPM is also available virtually. The Vice President of Membership, Vasanthi Ravi, DTM, having been elected as Vice President of Membership of Kebun Toastmasters Club, your goals and responsibilities are as follows: plan, organize, and implement continuous marketing effort that will ensure the club maintains or exceeds its chartered membership strength of 20 members and minimum intake of at least 8 new members each term. Work with club members to promote the club membership and membership retention. Work with treasurer for the prompt submission to world headquarters of the club's reports and dues. Recognize members who have contributed to increase in club membership. To maintain an accurate membership roster and attendance records. Vice President of Membership, Distinguished Toastmaster Vasanthi Ravi. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Thank you. Now you can pass the gavel to the VPE. Let's give a round of applause to the VPM. Vice President of Education, Toastmaster Lisa Wong. Having been elected as Vice President of Education for Kebun Toastmasters Club, your goals and responsibilities are to plan successful club meetings so that each member has the opportunity to achieve his or her educational goals. To plan, organize, and implement communication and leadership, speechcraft, and other educational programs. To schedule members' project speeches and appoint meeting officers. To update members' progress charts and report education program completions promptly to world headquarters, recognize members' achievements, ensure that each new member is properly inducted and receives orientation to the Toastmasters educational program. A mentor is appointed to each new member. Vice President of Education, Toastmaster Lisa Wong. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Let's give a round of applause. VPE can now pass the gavel to the installation officer. Sorry, to the immediate let's welcome the immediate past president now. Thank you. Thanks for rendering the gavel to me. Let's welcome the immediate past president, Lisa Wong. You have gated this club over the past year because of your knowledge. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Immediate past president Lisa Wong, you have gated the club over the past year. Because of your knowledge and experience, you will be an important part of the success of the newly elected officers. We thank you for your dedication. As a sign of your acceptance of the continued but relaxed responsibilities of immediate past president, would you perform your duties to the best of your abilities?
Definitely. Yes.
Thank you. Now, let me welcome the president. The president can hold the gavel. Toastmaster Anselm Eng have been elected to the office of President of Toastmasters Club. You're the Chief Executive Officer and will be expected to preside over all club meetings and at all regular and special meetings of your executive meeting. It is your challenge to see this club enables its members. You can hold the gavel like this. Yeah, thank you. It is your challenge to see this club enables its members to achieve their educational goals. It's also your challenge to see that your club helps the area, division, district, and Toastmasters International to meet their goals. Please accept this gavel, what you have in hand, as a symbol of your leadership and dedication to office. The gavel is a symbol of power and authority given to you by the members of the club. Use it wisely and with restraint. You are not only a member of your team, but also the leader of the team. A team is more than a collection of people. It is an emotional force rooted in the feelings, thoughts, and actions of all members with a common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. Work with your team members to create a healthy and dynamic club, a club which everyone could be proud of. Toastmaster Anselm Eng, will you, as a president of Kebun Toastmasters Club, accept this challenge and perform your duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Let's give a big round of applause. you can pass the gavel to me now. Let's get into the pinning ceremony. Thank you. It's now a pleasure to invite the immediate past president with a pin of the office. I now invite President to pin the IPP and their officers with their respective pins of the office.
Okay, for those who are not here, we will mail you the pins. All right, all done.
All done. Thanks a lot. It was a great team. You guys have done a great job. It's now my honor and privilege to declare these fine Toastmasters of Kebun Toastmasters Club installed into the offices to which they have been elected. May I request every Toastmaster, all the Toastmasters in the room to please stand.
Please jump in the picture. Give all of us a applause. 1 minute.
On your honor as men and women of Toastmasters International, ladies and gentlemen, pledge to individually and collectively stand by this club, live with it and work with it throughout the rest of the term. Will you?
Yes,
Yes, we will.
Thanks. I would now like to invite presidents of Kebun Toastmasters Club to address the meeting. Thanks, everyone. Everyone can go to their seats and the president can render his speech. Thanks, James.
Yeah.
Sound check. Can you hear me online?
Yes.
Wonderful. And a very good evening to our Division Director, Kanti, to all our Kebun Toastmasters and all our Toastmasters guests for tonight. Welcome to Kebun Toastmasters Club, first meeting of 2022-2023. And tonight is also our club officers installation. First and foremost, I'd like to thank again our Division Director, Kartik, for helping us out with the installation tonight. And I also like to thank our immediate past Exco for not only keeping the lights up for the last 12 months, but also to continue to grow the club. The official report is not out yet, but I believe we have attained our second president Distinguished Club for the term of 2021 to 2022.
So for the uninitiated, the President Distinguished Club Award is the highest recognition available. It is awarded when the club has met the membership prerequisites and achieved at least 9 out of 10 goals. Besides the two President Distinguished Club Award, Kebun Baru Toastmasters Club has also achieved the Distinguished Club Award for 4 times in its history. We are into the 11th year of Kebun Baru Toastmasters Club since our charter in 19th February 2011. So we have many things to be grateful for. Besides our immediate past Exco, we must also thank all the previous club Exco and all the previous club members, especially those who have stayed since the founding, like Anna and Teresa. Because without them, we may not be here today with all these achievements to be thankful for. Last but not least, I, on behalf of each and every one of you here, I would like to thank you for being here, not only physically or virtually, not only being in the Kebun Baru Toastmasters Club, but being a Toastmaster. Why, you may ask? Nobody joined Toastmasters because they thought they are a good-looking brand of people. They look confident, they look intelligent. Nobody joined Toastmasters because of the food. Nobody joined Toastmasters because it's a public speaking club. We can come here and chit chat, socialize, and mingle. Right? Nobody joined Toastmasters here because they were asked. Maybe besides Harini, exclusion of Harini, nobody else was asked. So nobody forced you to join Toastmasters. But month after month, you chose to turn up. You choose to turn up at every meeting, and month after month, you choose to make your busy life busier. By taking the time to draft your speeches, by taking the time to practice your speeches, and then rewriting those speeches, and then delivering it. Month after month, you chose to step up as evaluators, Toastmasters of the evening, table topic masters, speech contest roles, and even at the area and even the district council levels. Month after month, every one of us here commit our time and ourselves to practicing public speaking, to improve our communication skills, and to build our leadership skills. Because we chose to. As a Toastmaster, we chose to be uncomfortable. Because we choose to be better than who we were yesterday. Growth occurs outside our comfort zone. Until you push yourself there, you never know what you are capable of. The Toastmasters journey is not one of expedition to new places, but of self-discovery. Because the real voyage of discovery consists of not seeking new lands, but seeing with new eyes. Seeing new eyes. We always hear the phrase think differently, from the Apple advertisement in 1997. But along with think differently, there is also seeing differently. Great creators, innovators, entrepreneurs look at the world in ways that is different from how we look at it. Therefore, that's why they see opportunities that other people do not see. There's a word for this, defamiliarization. It is how to stop seeing something that is familiar in an unfamiliar, deliberate, and in a different perspective. And we practice this as we tackle through all the projects in Toastmasters. The pathway programs give us a wide variety of paths, which exposes in the variety of speaking styles, scenarios, situations that we don't normally come across in our daily lives. As a Toastmaster, we take upon this challenge to adapt, master, and excel in them, and to in the process, give ourselves a chance to develop in ways that we could not. Albert Einstein once said, the measure of intelligence is the ability to change. And I'm very grateful that I'm in great company of the Toastmasters who are intelligent, who strive for the better, and who can see in a different light. And this pursuit of excellence, of something more than what we are right now, makes us leaders. In Toastmasters, we strive to develop leadership skills. A leader is a role, that's who we are, but leadership is about people. Great leadership is about inspiring people, serving people, caring for people, and caring about people. And I'd like to add, the first person we lead in our life is ourselves. In conclusion, I'd like to say a thank you to all the Toastmasters who have joined before me here, who are still here, who are continuously working on themselves and modeling and shaping and polishing themselves. Because you kept the flame of being your best self alive for all these years, so members like me have the chance to see that light. It is my sincere hope in this new Toastmasters term that we will continue to stretch our comfort zone, continue to play our active part in our club meetings, areas and division events, and to keep this pursuit of self-excellence burning for many years to come, so that others may see. There is no better time than the present to be the better than we were yesterday. Back to you, Toastmasters. Evening.
The token of appreciation to Anselms for his role as a secretary last time.
Just use the background. Yeah, use the background.
Thank you, Club President. We shall now move on to the prepared speech segment. This is where members are given opportunity to practice public speaking skills by delivering speech based on the curriculum designed by Toastmasters International. Our first prepared speech speaker shall be presenting a strategic relationship level 3 project. Project is make connections through networking. My request, her evaluator, dynamic relationship by Chidam Param to read out the project purpose.
1 minute, just give me a minute. Good morning, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Sorry about that. The purpose of DTM Vasanthi Ravi, the purpose of your project is for the member to develop and practice personal strategy of building connections through networking. The purpose of this project is for the members to share some aspect of his or her experience in networking. All the best for your speech.
Thank you.
Yep, back to you, Toastmaster of the day, of the evening.
The time allocated for this project is 5 to 7 minutes. On the 5th minute, our timer shall show the green signal, which can Vasanthi see the timer?
if you want, actually, I can show you show her the.
I can show the.
If everyone is okay, I can actually show the timing sheet as a virtual background.
A 5th minute, the green signal shall be shown. On the 6th minute, the amber light. 7th minute, the red light. Thereafter, the speaker will have 30 seconds to wrap up her speech before the timer rings bell. Okay, timer will use a timer cut. On the 5th minute, the timer shall show the green cut. On the 6th minute, the yellow cut. On the 7th minute, the red cut. Thereafter, the speaker will have 30 seconds to wrap up her speech before the timer rings bell. Our speaker is a Toastmasters for 7 years and the immediate past district administration manager. She has done all the Exco roles, club coach and area director in previous terms. She is also the BPM of Kebun Toastmasters Club this term. Currently a member of 4 clubs, Exco in 3 clubs, and part of full council. She is an active volunteer with the Friends of Museums, supporting the National Heritage Board of Singapore. Also, a social entrepreneur supporting causes for empowering underprivileged children in India and migrant workers' welfare in Singapore. Let's welcome distinguished Toastmaster Vasanthi Ravi.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Good evening to the Division Director, past and present district officers, and fellow members of Kebun Toastmasters Club. My speech title is Know Your Worth. Few years ago, when I was a new Toastmaster, just into the 2nd year of being a Toastmaster member, I was privileged to be presented the honor of taking over as the club president of a very good club, which was my home club a few years ago, Raffles Toastmasters Club at Mountbatten. Being into the Exco, many of the Toastmasters would start their journey either as a secretary or a SAA before taking on as a club president. But to me, I didn't have the opportunity of trying out other roles and jumped in to take on as a president. And being a president, I was so tenacious that any opportunity that came in my way, I started recruiting members. I wish to recall an incident. One of those sessions at the community center where we met, there was a family event. I went up to the CC management. I told them, we want a booth for the Toastmasters community. After all, the residents of Mountbatten should know that there is a community here whom they can approach to polish their public speaking skills. And to my surprise, the CC management agreed and we had a booth. So we started working on the open house format during the CC family event. To our surprise, that day, the MP visited our booth. And I quickly ran up to the booth next door, which was the Youth Integration Council's booth. They were having their coffee morning session. That was a networking event. I was not invited, but I didn't want to let go of the opportunity. I quickly ran up to the Youth Integration Council's head and I told him, please spare 5 minutes for us. I would like to address the crowd here of what a Toastmasters is and how it could benefit each and every member around in your Youth Integration Council. He was very kind enough and he let me speak to 125 Youth Integration Council members who were present there on that coffee morning. I was jittery, I was shivering. I had not expected such a huge crowd, and that was the first time I'm addressing such a huge gathering in a big auditorium. But I didn't let my fear out. I was wanting to engage them and talk about what Toastmasters could be and how it would benefit them. In that 5 minutes, with just a team of 3 of us, we were able to recruit 7 members just after the coffee morning. And it didn't stop with that. The people there were so impressed that some of us were invited to the budget session dialogue, that we had an opportunity to meet our mentor minister, Gocha Pang, Tanjin Guan, and all of those MPs from Marine Parade at the dialogue session. They had asked us to facilitate the budget dialogue session with the residents at Marine Parade. So whoever sitting here, believe in yourself that you could be an ambassador. It doesn't need a VPM to just recruit members. Every member can be an ambassador. And by word of mouth, we can get this movement big and better. And it didn't stop with that. We were asked by the MP to come back again for another presentation during the citizenship ceremony. And after which we were part of every event that the CC had organized. We were there either as MCs or we were there given a booth to talk about how Toastmasters would benefit. And there was no looking back. The movement became bigger and better. We were able to recruit members regularly with this type of understanding that we had with the CC. If you think networking is just about passing our name cards and trying to talk about, not really. I was very subtly putting the message that each of us in the room will vouch for our own personal development. And probably that rang a bell with the crowd. And that is how they spontaneously agreed to become members. Networking is a great tool nowadays because everybody has the skill set. There are so many competitors around us. How could we be unique? How could we be the person that they are looking forward for? It's only when we talk about who we are, what we can offer, be honest in our dealings. I think we will be approached if there is an opportunity. And since then, the club grew bounds and bounds. And now for consecutive years, in 5 years now, they are President's Distinguished Club. I have moved out of the club, but yet I still hold on to the experience very proudly. So everybody here, I would like you to take a moment and think of this, that each of us as Toastmasters here, be our own ambassadors. And when things are just not going so well since the pandemic, it is our onus that we bring the tenacity to be the movement and to be the ambassadors of Toastmasters. So our clubs also will become bigger and better, and our district will be Smedley in this term. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Our next speaker shall be attempting a project from Presentation Mastery Level 1, Research and Presenting. May I request a evaluator, Motivational Strategy 5, Lisa Wong, to read out the project purpose.
All right, for the purpose of this project, the purpose statement is for the member to learn, to review, and review the basic research method and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Timing sequence in 5 to 7 minutes.
The time of it allocated the same, so we shall not repeat the timing sequence. Our next speaker is a couch potato. She calls herself a couch potato, who finds joy in simply lying down on the sofa and scrolling through a phone. And she is now enjoying a carefree and relaxed life. She is excited to be at Kebun Toastmasters Club for the first time, and is looking forward to all the speeches. Let us welcome Toastmasters Vanessa Tan.
Toastmaster Vanessa, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, we still can't hear you.
Hello, mic test. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Now we are good.
Can you hear me now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Can.
Yes.
In the popular Korean drama Squid Game, the contestants took a walk down memory lane. From red light, green light, to marbles, and finally Squid Game. Contestants found themselves reminiscing their childhood games and fond memories. While the drama was gruesome and violent, especially at the end, with the ugly side of humanity revealed in the survival games, there was something that stood out to me. In particular, the old man, aka the creator of the games, revealed at the end, before he died, that he created these games because he was, 1, loaded with too much money to spare, and 2, didn't have time to relive his childhood memories and wanted to do so before he died of his cancer. So meat, play, and fun. 3 words that I'm sure encapsulates our childhood. I remember every day after school, I would rush home, put down my bag, and zoom to the playground to meet my friends, play, and have fun. We would run, laugh, and scream for hours till dinner came and it was time to go home. Besides the playground, we also enjoyed finger games like Coca-Cola and chopsticks, or even card games and board games. So at night, sometimes I go home, I read fiction, sometimes I watch cartoons. Books like Roald Dahl, shows like Bob the Builder. And this cycle repeats every day. Years later, schoolwork piles up and we gradually lose touch of play. Although we still try to meet often and have fun. Decades later, office work piles up. We are too old to play. And as distance grows, we may no longer meet and no longer have fun. As we age, we no longer want to play. However, I'm sure we miss the fun and we miss the play. Suddenly we miss our childhood. And given the chance, I'm sure we want to relive these memories. Back in those days where we had no worries, no stress, no troubles, but rather the purest minds, carefree days, and simple playtime. Slides, swings, and seesaws. They remain rooted in our neighborhoods. But as we walk past there now, we don't even turn back and look at them. So that's why some people also wish to have powers to travel back in time and relive these past memories. Today, there are still many iconic landmarks of our childhood past. The Toa Payoh Dragon Playground, coffee shops that we used to go as kids for meals. Of course, there are definitely kids playing at the playgrounds. However, we see less kids there as compared to our times when playgrounds were very crowded. As standard of living rises and our education system toughens, many kids these days go for enrichment lessons after school. All kinds of enrichment classes, from the non-academic types like maybe ballet, to the academic types, for example, tuition. Singapore is ranked consistently as one of the top few best education systems in the world, and the tuition industry is around 1.5 billion in profit. As the years continue, students face increasing pressure to excel in their schoolwork and academic results. But beyond that, kids these days are much more privileged than kids in the past. Today, we see kids burying their heads in their books. Today, we also see them glued to our mobile devices. And today, we welcome a new era of digital developments and TikTok. As young as lower primary, kids are already carrying smartphones to school. Or if they don't have smartphones, some will carry smartwatches. During their free time, the first thing that they would probably take out is their phones. Play dates, game time, and playground fun is slowly reduced. And kids these days also face increased pressure from the academic world. So, what we yearn for, a carefree and relaxed childhood, is slowly being diluted. And that's a pity. It's sad that these days, the childhood that these kids enjoy are becoming different from what we used to enjoy years ago. You only live once. And once your childhood years are over, it is truly over. There's no way to travel back in time, nor reverse the hourglass and turn back time. Kids these days also cannot enjoy the same childhood and the carefree days that we have once experienced, unfortunately. This is also probably why the old man, aka the big boss of the survival games in the drama Squid Game, tried so hard and put so much effort and money in before he left the world to recreate the games he played as a kid, to find back his lost playmates, to relive the fun he had in his childhood, to form new bonds with new people. Though this time, the games that he played had certain twists and the ugly side of humanity was revealed, I'm sure that after a genuine attempt to relive his childhood memories and reminisce his past, he will leave his world with no regrets. Thank you.
you, Master Tiffany. Oh, sorry, Vanessa. My apologies. May I request our timer? Motivation strategy 1, Tiffany K, to provide us with the timer's report.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I thank all the presentation speakers who are trying very hard to use up all their allocated time. President's opening address and 7 minutes 57 seconds. Prepared speeches, Bertanti, 6 minutes 53 seconds. Vanessa, 6 minutes 22 seconds.
我想講
all the three speakers qualifies for okay. Who will be launching that?
Okay,
Seems like the code is not ready, but
who's not
let's
ready?
move on
Yes.
to the table topic session. The table topics provide Toastmasters and guests opportunity to practice thinking and speaking on their feet. It's also known as impromptu speaking. Features are 1 to 2 minutes. And on the first minute, our timer shall show the green card. At 1.5 minutes, the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, the red card. Thereafter, the speaker will have 30 seconds to wrap up his or her speech before the timer rings bell. Our table topic master found his interest in public speaking since his time in Nanyang Technological University. Since then, he continues his journey of public speaking and is grateful to have opportunity to speak professionally and internationally. Let's welcome our table topic master, competent communicator, competent leader, Thomas Chen. Thomas.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So this segment is also known as Table Topics, Impromptu Speaking. Otherwise, it is also known as a segment which trains us to think quickly and speak coherently. All right, so I'm going to just share with you 4 structures very briefly on how you can consolidate your thought and deliver a seamless table topic delivery itself, in case any of you are wondering how you can tackle it effectively, right? So I will just introduce these 4 structures very briefly. So assuming that the topic is, what is your definition of a great leader? The first structure you can use is checklist, which is essentially to come up with maybe 3 points about the definition of a great leader itself. So this is one example. My definition of a great leader is someone who leads by example. Firstly, leading by example will allow the leader to understand what the team is going through. Secondly, leading by example will allow the leader to gain respect from the team because they know the leader walks the talk. And thirdly, leading by example will inspire the team because they want to emulate the success and the growth of the leader. So this is one structure. The second structure is called a PREP. Most of you should know this. So if you are having trouble thinking what to say next, this is a very good structure for you because it allows you to have a smooth, seamless flow of your thought. It allows facilitation of the thought process, right? So P stands for point, R stands for reason, E stands for example, and finally the final point is to wrap up everything. A great leader is one who leads by example. Point, then you give the reason. This is because leading by example will allow the leader to understand what the team is going through. And then I give an example. For example, being in sales, I understand the common objectives and obstacles my team will go through. Hence, I will share with them my knowledge and experience to overcome these difficulties. And the final point, which is to wrap everything up, in order to have a greater understanding of the team, a great leader must lead by example. All right. The third structure, categorization. Come up with a category which you can divide your answer into. So one example is maybe past, present, future, right? Another category is this mindset, skill set, tool set, right? The mindset of a leader, the skill set of a leader, and the tool set of a leader, and why they are necessary to make it great. And finally, if you have a personal story that you can share, that's something that's very powerful, storytelling itself. So in this occasion, I shared about us. Leader that I had in army and why he is a great leader, because he did not reprimand me for being lost, but instead check whether I injured or I got the rest that I need. All right, so these are 4 structures that you can consider using if you are having trouble facilitating your thoughts and delivering your response smoothly. All right, so the timing has been shared earlier already. Do we have our first volunteer? All right, no worries. I know this is going to come out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to volunteer the first volunteer. Then the first volunteer will continue to do the volunteering. So I only become the bad person once. All right, so I'm going to choose someone who I know will not hold a grudge on me. Jonathan Tan, are you there, Jonathan Tan? Jonathan Tan. Okay, he's not there. No worries. I see Anand smiling away, so I don't think he will hold a grudge. Anand, may I volunteer you, please? All right, Anand, thank you so much. All right, Anand, so here is your topic. Are you ready? Are you there? I can't see you yet.
Okay, listen.
Okay, great. Okay, here is your topic. Is optimism always healthy? Is optimism always healthy?
Thank you very much for the topic. I think this is a very intriguing topic. Is optimism healthy? Whenever we are embarking on something, we always want to hope for the best. And if we are very optimistic about our outcome, thinking that yes, it will work out the way we have planned it out, sometimes we could be setting ourselves for a false impression that everything will go on right. As we all know, things usually don't work out the way we want it. And somehow we have to manage and make things work. Now, it is during those circumstances, that's where we need to be optimistic in order to get that thing accomplished. But sometimes it's not that easy. Let me give you an example. It's say, like, for example, if I wanted to do a hybrid meeting like today, I was very optimistic at the beginning that everything would turn out well. Well, as we all know, as the meeting progressed, we had so many changes. But I'm still optimistic by the end of the meeting, all the audience, including those in the meeting room, would enjoy the meeting. And that is my hope. And that is why I would like to be optimistic that we will have a fantastic chapter meeting. In conclusion, yes, sometimes being overly optimistic might give you a false sense of confidence, but yeah, why not have it? Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Anand. Just like anything in life, indeed, a balance is important. And yes, having a good amount of optimism can keep us motivated and going forward. All right, Anand, may I have your volunteer?
Okay, let me try Nicola Chin.
Nicola Chin, are you there, Nicola Chin?
Are you there? Okay, perhaps we can try another person. Is Mr. Chia around?
Uncle Chia, CK Chia. Yes, he is.
Yes,
That's signature Toastmasters logo. No one can be. All right, Uncle Chia, here is your topic.
Yes.
So your topic is, what is your definition of confidence? What is your definition of confidence?
Oh, thank you very much, Thomas. Why you give me such a difficult topic? What's the definition of confidence? I look at you, I got confidence already. I don't have to define anymore. I think confidence is something that you can really touch. It's something that a person possess when he face somebody or when he face an audience or talking to a group of friends, so on. So when a person is at himself, calm, peace, serene, and able to put forward the idea one at a time, no rushing, no confusions, that is a show of confidence that you know what you are doing and so on. So when you have that display of a peace and calm outlook, I can say things systematically. People look at you overall, this is a very confident person. I look at Thomas Chan, he look at me, he look at everybody smiling, every talk and so on. That steady voice, that warm voice, give everybody that time, that type of confidence. Then Thomas said, bromance, right? Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be confident, First of all, calm yourself down first before you speak to anybody. Then collect your thoughts. And from there, after you collect your thoughts, you're able to dispel your thought. You're able to dispel your thoughts point by point. And finally, you're able to come to a conclusion that people are convinced of what you are talking about and understand your language. That is what confidence can do to you. And that is how you project yourself as a confident person. So back to you, Thomas. You are very confident.
All right. Thank you so much, Uncle Chia. Indeed, confidence is the ability to communicate across calmly and coherently. All right, Uncle Chia, who is your next volunteer?
Oh, next volunteer. Anybody in it?
Yeah.
Oh, how about Bala? Is Bala around? Bala Venkat? Bala Venkat around?
Don't think so.
Okay, how about Richard?
Richard Sung. Means I am. No, Richard, you already introduced yourself this way already. So this is a form of introduction.
Then maybe I mean Richard can come and introduce yourself with confidence.
Yeah, Richard, just like this for you to introduce yourself.
Richard, are you able to introduce yourself?
Maybe it's not convenient for him.
Yeah. Okay. Richard is not convenient. Not convenient. How about you, Ting?
You think? Are you there? You think?
Okay.
Yeah. Or maybe those who on their camera lah. We know they are there.
Okay. Brahma.
All right, Brahma Kumar.
Please help.
Here's your topic.
Okay, I shall help you.
So your topic is, what is the secret to fulfillment? What is the secret to fulfillment?
Fellow Toastmasters, think of fulfillment as filling up a glass full of water. And if that glass is life, how would you fill it up? Will you fill it up with happiness? Or will you fill it up with laughter? Will you fill it up with contentment? Will you fill it up with passion? Will you fill it up with humor? If you ask me this question, I would say a little bit of everything. There must be times where you must have humor. There must be time when you must be happy. At moments that are challenging, like what we have, where you need to work from home and you have to feel the pressure of home and work, you must be tenacious enough to manage and balance both. Sometimes when I'm at a Toastmaster meeting virtually and I'm talking, the door opens and my young son will make a cameo appearance. Listening to him gives me a sense of fulfillment. Whenever we feel down, we need to have a sense of fulfillment by looking at the positive side of things. Life is full of fulfillment if we realize that there's more to achieve and there's always something wonderful in the world. Even in the gloomest time, even the darkest time, while people were suffering for COVID, there were others who were connected internationally through virtual virtual meetings. We discovered new friends. We went to different clubs. We learned new things. Everything, when you add up, adds to fulfillment. In short, fulfillment is about finding yourself, about adding the different elements of life, such as passion, laughter, and contentment, and so on. With that, I hand you over back to another speaker who will be very fulfilling. And so I shall call.
Thank you so much, Brahma Kumar, for sharing with us such a beautiful concept of your fulfillment, having these different beautiful emotions and ideas coming together. That's the key to fulfillment. All right, Brahma Kumar, may I have your volunteer?
I shall try to call Terence if he's still around.
All right, Terence, are you there?
Thomas, this will be the last speaker.
Okay, I don't think Terence is there, so maybe you want to volunteer someone else?
All right.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm in a call. Please go ahead.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
Let's try Bala Venkat again. I'm sure he's around. Toastmaster Bala Venkat, are you around?
Hi. Can you hear?
Hi, Mala. All right, so here's your topic, Mala. So your topic is, what do you value in a leader? What do you value in a leader?
Good evening, Toastmasters, dear friends, current leaders and future leaders. What do I value in a leader? First and foremost is the trust, somebody who you can always rely upon, somebody who does not only take opportunity to celebrate success with you, but to be with you during testing times and failures. Look around. There's a reason why we all believe Lee Kuan Yew is a great leader. The vision, that's the huge difference between what they call a manager and a leader. A leader is somebody who has that vision, somebody who can guide you, somebody who can mentor you, somebody who's there for you all the time, help you, make you, motivate you to join in that visionary journey. And that, my dear friends, is not something very simple. It's easy to follow a leader who always benefits personally is not somebody who you want to follow. A leader is somebody, especially if you want to follow a leader with a great value, somebody who thinks of greater good than his personal good. To me, that is a real value. And I always say, my mother has been a greatest leader for me. Simple example, somebody who did everything for her family without expecting anything back in return. Somebody who's ready to do everything for the sake of that greater good. So my dear friends, let's not be a somebody, let's be a great leader. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Bala. Indeed, a great leader is one who always acts for the greater good, and this is a great reminder for all of us. All right, so we have come to the end of the table topic session. Hope that it has been enriching for all of you. And just like any other skills, as long as you have the tenacity, you are able to do amazing with it. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Thomas, for the table topic session. I request our timer, Tiffany, to present the final report.
For the table topic session, Anand, 1 minute 52 seconds. Mr. Chia, 1 minute 33 seconds. Rama, 1 minute 55 seconds. Bala, 2 minutes 16 seconds. All
The link to vote for the best table topic speaker is shown on screen. The QR, using the QR code, please scan the QR code to go to the voting site. It is 8:55 now. We will need to vacate this room at 9:30. Let's have a 5 minutes break. No break? Okay. Okay. That's for this. That link is for the best table topic speaker. And we also need to vote for the best prepared speech speaker. And this is the link to vote for the best prepared speech speaker. All done? We shall now proceed. We shall now proceed to the speech evaluation segment. The project evaluator shall give their evaluation of the speeches delivered. Evaluators role is critical thinking, and positive feedback skills. As we move, the time allocated for each evaluator is 2 to 3 minutes, and it shall be the same for all evaluators. The timing signal as follows. On the second minute, our timer will show the green card. 2.5 minutes, yellow card. 3 minutes, the red card. Thereafter, she will ring the bell after 30 seconds if the evaluators continue speaking. To evaluate our new club president's acceptance speech, we have a past president of NTU Alumni Toastmasters Club and the past winner of the division president of the year, as well as recipient of the club president's award at the district of 6 years ago. The club president's opening address is very important. Yes, it is the branding of the club. And today, I will be your evaluator. Toastmasters wear many hats, and today I'm wearing more than one hat. We have to play by the ear because our original Toastmaster over there got COVID, so I have to stand in. Our club president opening address is a level 3 project 1 on persuasive influence skill speaking. First of all, I would like to commendate our president for a very well-crafted speech. From the words and sentences that you use, it is evident that you put in a lot of thought and effort in adding rhetorical devices to beautify your speech. You were also very thankful for the past leaders for their contribution to the club. You highlighted achievements of the club and the history of the club, showcasing that this is a good club, a club that achieved results. And there are some non-Toastmasters guests with us today. Explain what President Distinguished Award is about. You also list down the roles in a club meeting. You also tell the audience of opportunity that Toastmasters give. Scenarios that you have not come across. Toastmasters provides the stage for you to practice. And when the opportunity comes, the situation happens, you will be prepared. You will have given it thought. Some areas of improvement. The club President's Address. In Toastmasters, after the first few projects, we are expected to deliver without a script. But you would look at your iPad. Try to do without it. By delivering without a script, it appears that you are prepared and you are show sincerity in rehearsing a speech. And it's coming from within you. You also made a sweeping statement that nobody joins Toastmasters for social, for food, or being asked to. But is it true? There could be people out there who were made to join Toastmasters. You mentioned that practice public speaking to make you better. Elaborate better. What's in it for you? What does it bring? How does it make you better? And at the end, you should have call for action. Join us. Join us, be part of us. Practice public speaking, improve, get the confidence, improve on public speaking, and be a better leader. I hope you show tenacity to bring this club to greater heights. Do not break this club and break records in the near term. Back to you. All the best for you. Next, to evaluate Vasanti's pathway project, understand Vasanti's pathway project. We have a software project manager at a multinational company. He was the vice president of education at TLCS Toastmasters Club. And he was also the club president at that club. He also served as area T2 director during the term that just passed. Let's welcome Division B Director, Dynamic Leadership 5, Kartik Chidambara, to evaluate Vasanti's speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. If you want to find someone who is diagonally opposite or directly opposite to tenacity, I mean, that would be the biggest speech, I believe. She cannot be easily pulled apart. She is quite tenacious. Looking at her, hearing her speech. Good morning, distinguished Toastmaster. Good evening, distinguished Toastmaster Vasanti Ravi. You have excelled in the skill of storytelling. I understood the way that you used the vocal variety. That's one of the major objectives of this project, the purpose of this project. The way that you said the story, you kept the phase of the story in a very, very nice manner. It was a well-crafted speech, well-written speech, and well-delivered speech. The best things that I found is the way that it started and the way it flowed and the way it completed. The speech was very good. The biggest thing that I found is you made everyone to be so motivated through your speech. I saw that the way that you have accepted the invite and you have plunged into new roles, though you did not have experience in any other role before in Toastmasters, which made us to understand your courage in the journey. We came to know about your youth council meeting and the rest. So you kept us engaged through the meeting. That was very nice. You explained it well. We understood everything properly. Coming to the things that I feel that can be improved is that at this point of time, I believe we can improve the body language if you're present in the physical location. Fortunate or unfortunate, we both are not in the physical location. It would be great if we are there, so we would be able to understand your body language. I found one thing that probably by the end of the speech, the pace of the storytelling or the interest that we had as an audience towards the end was little declining or getting little lesser. Uh, Overall, the speech was well crafted, well delivered. There are other two things I probably see is that the body language and probably in a very good completion of the speech. Though I did not find the completion difficult. It was good. Thanks. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, dynamic leadership topic. Next to evaluate Vanessa's project on research and presenting. We have our Vice President of Education. Let's welcome Motivational Strategy 5, Lisa Wong.
Wonderful evening to everybody, especially to my speaker, Vanessa. Tonight, you presented to us Squid Game. Should I draw the triangle, square, and circle? But it reminisces a lot of your childhood, the playground, the life stages, and what it entails or your personal reflections on them. Vanessa, you share with us your project on this researching and presenting. So let me share with you what you did well. Number one, you have an attention-catching opening. You leverage on the popular Korean movie. Number two, you relate your childhood experience to the popular Korean show. 3, you share with us reflection on your different life stages, starting from your childhood all the way to adulthood. And number 4, life as a special speech or a particular general speech structure. Your information on this topic is amazing because life topic on its own is a universal mystery. Thank you for sharing this general, particular, and general speech on life. Next is that what I would like you to improve on, or what I can suggest to enhance your future speech is using this 3 acronym, AGE. A stands for the action. What is your key message? What is your call to action? Okay. A lot of time when we do research and presenting, we presented a story, but there is a lacking call to action. G, the second letter of AGE, get to the point. Facts tell, story sells. It is a research and presenting project, and I was looking for some stats figures. So what are your points? Where are the statistics? The last acronym, E, express to impress. Was I impressed? Slightly because of Squid Game, but use concrete data to back your research. What is this childhood story that you want us to remember? Perhaps you may even want to tell people how many people share a happy childhood versus the Squid Game, a dramatic childhood. In summary, Vanessa, you have delivered a general, particular, and general speech with a personal reflection of the universal mystery topic called life. However, the project requirements and the project objective is for you to focus on the researching and presenting. When you repeat this project, do the following: the AGE, what is your call to action for this topic on life? G, get to the point. Facts tell, story sells. Use facts to tell a story or a story to tell facts. Last point, express to impress. Organize your key messages with the project requirement. In summary, the last word of inspiration from a journey of 1,000 miles begins with you. All the best in your future endeavors. Back to you, Toastmasters.
Dear listeners, I request our timer provide the timer's report.
For evaluations, cursor 3 minutes 23 seconds, Kati 3 minutes 7 seconds, Lisa 3 minutes 18 seconds.
All qualified for voting. The voting link is shared on screen. Please scan the QR code to access the voting website. Next, let's welcome back our language evaluator to tell us what he had heard and observed during today's chapter meeting. Let's welcome advanced communicator, silver, competent leader, John Tan.
Toastmaster of the day, President, fellow Toastmasters. It's very surreal to speak in a large conference room with so few people. But I relish coming in person whenever I make the evaluation, because it's so much different. It makes a big difference to the person whom I'm evaluating or to the audience that I am highlighting. Now, the word of the day is tenacious, and we all need to be very tenacious, especially when it comes to meetings like this. Tenacity is a sign that all of us have something in us that will overcome all odds. And it is very important, and I congratulate Vasanti, Tiffany, Brakuma, Thomas Jen, and Katik for using tenacious 2 times, tenacity 3 times, tenacious once, and tenaciously none. So please continue to use this word whenever you want to make a point, whenever you want to convey determination, and whenever you need to show that you are very, very firm on what you do. Let me just begin by complimenting all of our speakers for using very interesting words. Let me just highlight some. The uninitiated is very good. Uninitiated. And the word I heard was the Toastmasters journey, the Toastmasters expedition, the Toastmasters voyage. Could I add a Toastmasters life? So these are all metaphors. So the life of a Toastmaster can be described as a journey, and you can use all the different aspects of the journey in your Toastmasters life. So good use of metaphors. The use of the word ambassador, 2 times used, but good, ambassador. And of course, I would also like to compliment one speaker who said, each of us in the room will vouch. Will vouch, what does that mean? That means we'll stand up, right? We'll affirm, we'll confirm, we'll vouch. I also felt that there was good use of quotations. At least there were 2. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change, Einstein, and the other quotation during the table topics. Let me just highlight the importance of using descriptive adjectives. I was listening very, very intently for as many descriptive adjectives as I could. I listened to intriguing, it was well done, remarkable, memorable, amazing. These are descriptive adjectives. But I heard the word nice twice. Nice should not be used as an adjective. because nice means nothing. So an adjective has to be intentional, has to be descriptive. So I do hope that all evaluators, when you are evaluating speeches, try to be generous with adjectives, especially when you felt that the speaker spoke well. Even if the speaker didn't speak well, try to use an adjective. You were boring. you were unprepared. You were ill-equipped. These are good adjectives to describe a speaker, especially when they do not come up with the mark. But thank you for the use of adjectives. I like to compliment speakers who use active verbs. One of the speakers said, I jumped in to take the role of the person. It was wonderful. I jumped in. And I heard one of the speakers talk about repetition. There were 2 occasions where repetition was used very well. Nobody cares, nobody joins, nobody feels. Good use of try and repetition, because it is very impressive if you use it a couple of times, like it is a ride, it is a journey, it's a journey of, so it is a repetitive try, which is very good. I want to comment on the use of prepositions this evening. I thought that those who were present on the last meeting, on the last coffee meeting, is incorrect. Those who were present at the last coffee, at the coffee meeting, you were present at, you cannot be present on. And each of us in the room were vouchers. That's correct. Then one more, which I thought was a little bit awkward. As Toastmasters, as a Toastmaster, we choose. It's incorrect because as a Toastmaster, I choose. As Toastmasters, we choose. So remember the pronoun. Very important to use the correct pronoun with the correct noun so that your peer become grammatically correct, grammatically good. One of the speakers talked about the club grew bounds and bounds. I felt very awkward. What should it be? Boundlessly. Not bounce and bounce. Boundlessly, I think is an important word to use. And the word reminiscing, one was pronounced correctly, one was pronounced wrongly. I thought the correct was reminisce. Wonderful. But the other word, reminiscing, I heard as reminding. So remember, reminiscing has 5 sounds. So you must pronounce all the 5 sounds in order to be correct. Now, the word cameo, not cameo, not C-A-R-E-M-E-O, the cameo, not cameo. So remember, cameo, silent. It's important to do that. Especially when we are doing prepared speeches, we ought to try to ensure that we go through the speech once on our own, then pronunciation becomes correctly. I suspect many speeches are on the cuff. Many prepared speeches are on the cuff.
Because we don't have the impromptu speeches, pathway further, yeah.
So it is off the cuff, your pronunciation and your choice of words will become off the cuff too. So a prepared speech has to be, in old-fashioned term, written or typed out. I don't think many evaluators would want to comment on that when they hear the speeches. Just a couple more. You also tell the audience, you also told the audience, because you also told, right? So you told the audience, right? And then elaborate better. I thought to be elaborate more. Elaborate more, speak better. So it is sometimes a choice of the verb and the preposition that comes with it. Okay. I like the word express to impress. Right? You use it twice. Express to impress, that will sound. Quickly, think quickly, speak coherently. Thomas Chair is very good. Listen to Thomas Chair. He always uses very good alliterations. They use this one, which I thought was very good. Let's volunteer the first volunteer. It's a verb. First one, volunteer. the next volunteer is a noun. That's good. You use the same word twice in the sentence, and both words have different meanings. Let me volunteer. The first volunteer. Wonderful. Wonderful. You are very confident. You are very confident. Yes, but if you say you are very confident, you must complete it with a noun, because you are a very confident person. But you are very confident. Then it's all right. Don't have to use the noun. I am always, and then finally, the last word, category and categorization. Category is fine, but when you say categorization, you have to go through the full sound, or else it becomes categorization, or else you miss one sound, categorization. So try, if you want to avoid this, to use only 3 sounds or 4 sounds. If you use a 5 sound or 6 sound words, be careful. You must practice it, because it will not come out the way it is. To me, today, it was a discovery. A discovery how we can be in a hybrid meeting and struggle tirelessly, but effortlessly to be great. Richardson sent me a message while I was doing my language evaluation. He said, "You must be very lonely in this room." He said a couple more things, which I will not mention today.
Thank you. Thank you, John. You know what? Your tenacity in language evaluation always impressed me, inspired everybody. And here is a little token of appreciation.
Thank you
for turning up. And that's Richard for not turning up.
Yes, that's right. That's right. I'm not turning up. And I want to say that Mayflower, right, station is on the Thompson East Coast line. Next year, will come to my house.
Oh,
Marine Terrace.
Okay.
And I can step on the Marine Terrace and arrive at Mayflower.
Oh, welcome.
So remember me when the train
is
completed. I will be a very, very regular.
See, the VPE must always make good relationship.
Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thank you for providing the language evaluation. Next, we will have our counter report. Counting pause failures today, we have distinguished Toastmasters Anand Aryathina.
Fabulous evening to everyone.
Yeah, only 1 minute. Hurry up.
We have 1 minute, okay. Today, there are a couple of people or members that did not use many pause fillers. So I'll just point out those that did have pause fillers. The cursor I heard him say repeated words, clap, clap, two, two. And so, he had a one so, one right, but otherwise it's pretty good. Thomas, he had 3 R's and some repeated words like I, all right. I heard Karthik with a number of R's and some repeated words like the. John Tan, I heard him say a few times, but at least 3 or 4 times I heard it. And the rest, I couldn't catch it. So thank you. Congratulations.
We shall now invite our new club president to present the best speaker ribbons. The best table topic speaker is distinguished Toastmasters Rama Kumar.
Rama, this is your ribbon. Where you got it?
Our best prepared speech speaker is our club president, Anson.
Hey, how come got no ribbon?
No,
I have.
Okay.
You have all mine.
And the best prepared speech evaluation goes to his evaluator.
Please go
All
together.
together. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it must be going in pairs.
Right.
Anyone take picture?
Hold on, smile. I'll take 3, 2, 1.
Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. Oh, is it on?
All right.
Thank you.
Wow, speaker. Oh, not bad.
Now let's welcome back our club president. His first closing address. First of many closing addresses.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank everyone for dedicating your time on this Tuesday evening to spend it with us, to pursue this journey of excellence in public speaking and leadership. I would like to again thank our division director, Katik, for officiating our installation and for facing us tonight. I also like to thank all our guests for making their time, especially our language evaluator, John Tan, for making his way all the way from Malaysia. Thank you. I would just want to say, unofficially, you didn't hear it from me, but Q3, you'll open up this year. Right? And really thank you to every position in this meeting tonight. I just like I just took a point from Basanti's speech about networking. What is the role of networking? What's the role? What's the purpose? And what is the success criteria for networking or any Toastmasters meeting? It's all about the value you deliver to somebody. Each role in this meeting may seem monotonous, may seem a lousy word, lame, but it delivers a value to everyone. Like the timer keeps us on time, the R counter keeps us in check to remind us of our boss with us, especially our language evaluator delivers really I would say the juiciest part, most value in the meeting. I personally attend all meetings purely for the language evaluation. Right. So to wrap things up again, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us. Just like to make some announcements for August meeting. It won't be on the second Tuesday because it's
Never mind, just continue.
okay. So second meeting in August. Our August meeting will be on the second Tuesday because it's National Day, and instead we will postpone it to the third Tuesday of the month, which is 16th of August. Also, because there's a fifth Tuesday in August, we will have a second meeting in August, and we will call it the speech day. So do join us for those two meetings. If not, I think you can join our WhatsApp group, and if you are online, you can actually go to our link tree. You can find all the information on our upcoming club meeting. We have our club calendar there. Yeah. If not, if you know Lisa, you get in touch with Lisa for any of the evaluation or speaking roles. If not, chop chop, I wish everyone a good night and bye bye.
Yes, end the meeting.